Tried to get some new albums. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start with a nice good tap of the toes. Let's take it out and in. Good 4, 2, heels up, right then left, right and left. Feel free to go at your own speed. 4, 3, heels to the front. We're just going to do opposite arm and leg reach. So we're bringing our arms up, palms facing in. We're giving ourselves and our friends a thumbs up this morning. Tap it to the side. We're going to reach to the front. 4, 3, toes to the back. We're going to keep our elbows a little high. We're going to just squeeze our shoulder blades together. 4, 3, 2. Let's circle the right hip. Circle it up and around. So nice and tall. Let's go the other direction. Back and out. 3, 2. Other leg, same thing. Circle it up and around. It doesn't have to be high. We're just trying to wake up those hips a bit. Other way. 2. Woodchops right in the center, up and back. So think shoulders over your hips. This is all hip movement. We rotate our pelvis forward, push those hips back. Diagonal, high right, low left. So start low, make it bigger when you're ready. 4, 2, switching sides, low to high, down and up. Grab the seatbelt, buckle or unbuckle. 4. Good squats in the center. So start with your feet hip width apart. Toes pointing forwards, maybe a little bit out. We're sitting back into our hips. 2, down 2, up 2, down 2, up 2. And it's okay if your knees go a little bit forward. We just don't want to push them forwards so we fall over. Forward step and reach right here. Forward step. Take it back. 4, 2, diagonal reach, forward step, reaching corner to corner. Keep it small to start. Lower body is nice and steady. 2, side step and reach right here, out and in. We're starting to straighten that inner thigh, sit back into our hips. 3, backward step, open and close, dropping the back knee down towards the floor. 4, 2, arms reach up overhead, good reach. Elbows are pretty straight. We're working from the shoulder. It's okay if you have to stop part way or if one arm goes higher than the other. Let's jog or power march. So keep it low impact. Good pump of the arms. Jumping jacks. So low impact, high impact, whatever feels good today. I think I'm a little stiff up here, not just from cleaning, but from what we did yesterday. Heel curls right here. So it's just a nice, good heel kick towards the back side of your body. If you want to take it up a little bit, you can jog it. 4, 3, skaters, side step, good cross behind. So you can just do a side tap and a glute squeeze. Want you to try to get that diagonal cross in the back. 4, 3, march it out, shake it out. We should be warmed up by now, I would think. Grab a quick drink of water. And it is time for Tabata Tuesday. We have our 20 seconds work, 10 seconds rest, 2 exercises, 8 rounds. Nothing weird today, just 20-10 alternating back and forth. We've got a little bit of standing and a little more functional core. I will say for a couple of the rounds, or at least one round, you may want to consider a pad or something underneath your knee. If you have issues with kneeling or half kneeling, you can stay up. But if you can do the kneeling, that would be awesome. Just have a pillow or a cushion to put underneath your knee as an option. We're gonna start with a Goblet March. So we're gonna hold a weight at the chest and we're going to do a march. Then we're going to do a lunge with a front press and then a knee up with an overhead press. So grab a weight, and this is one where easier is the weight close to your body, and then a couple rounds later I want you to take that weight a little bit farther away. So 20 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So we start honestly right here. Hold that weight up, slow march. So this isn't a cardio, we're not marching nice and fast. This is standing core. Notice I'm not letting my hip kick out to the side, I'm not dropping, I'm nice and tall. Head over neck, shoulders over ears, good, bring it in. We're gonna grab that weight, forward or reverse lunge. We're gonna take it forward, bring it up, knee up, right here. So lunge, forward. If you can, push right into that knee lift for an overhead press. If you don't want to do a forward lunge, you can do a reverse lunge. Same thing. Forward lunge, push, bring it up. Good, bring it back in. Goblet March. Your challenge is to hold that weight a little bit farther away. Here we go. So a little bit farther away. Doesn't have to be way out in front. It's gonna get a little more shoulders, but it's a little harder for your core farther away compared to close to your body. Nice and tall. Good, last one. Bring it in. We're going to go for our lunge, front press, overhead press. I'm gonna stay same side. So you can drop it to a lunge, out, in, push up, overhead, and down. Forward lunge, hold it. Out and in, push up, nice and tall. So this is how we get core without having to go down to the floor. Good, bring it in. Gonna go back for our Goblet March. Nice and tall. Here we go, so good march. Shoulders down, elbows in, make it harder. Take that weight a little farther from your chest. This is one, the heavier the weight, the more you're going to notice this. If you're only using a couple pounds, you might think this is easy. This is one where you can take that weight a little higher. Good, bring it in. Going for our lunge and press. I'm switching sides. 2, and 1, good. So forward lunge, press it out, push off, overhead press. Forward, push. If you need to, step in, tap, hold the tap or tap in, and then do your knee lift. Good, last one. Getting ready for our last round, Goblet March. Feeling my shoulders, that's for sure. Here we go, shoulders down and back, march. So shift your weight, one foot to the other, nice and tall. Hold that weight a little farther out. The farther out you go, harder it is for your shoulders, harder it is for your core. So nice and tall. Good, bring it in. One more exercise. Good, lunge with your press. 2, and 1. Good. So lunge, press, pull it in, push off, knee up, overhead press. Again, if you need to, just do your tap in, do your forward step, your push, your tap in, your overhead press. Bring it up, grab a quick drink if you need it. Gonna move on to our next combination. We are going to do a deadlift into a squat. Then we're going to do a bicep curl with a rotational press. So you can always do the rotation without doing the press if you're feeling your shoulders. It's completely up to you. So 1 dumbbell or 2. I am not particular. Feet hip width apart, shoulders down and back. You're going to deadlift, bring it up, squat. Yes? 20 seconds. Your time is on. Now option, deadlift, bring it up to your chest when you squat. So good deadlift, hips forwards, drop it down. I should be able to tell the difference between your deadlift and your squat. They should look different. 2 and 1. Good. Bicep curl, rotational press. So right arm, here we go. Curl, rotate, bring it back down. So watch my leg. I bring it up, I rotate as I bring it here. So as we rotate from the hip all the way down to the ball of our foot, our hip leads, our hip leads, yes. Good, bring it in. Our heel lifts off the floor. All right, going back, squat to deadlift. 2-weight option, or deadlift. So deadlift, bring it up, squat it down right here. Good deadlift. Power out of your deadlift if you want to bring the weights to your shoulders. Two and 1. Good, good. Let's go for our bicep curl to rotation. So feet hip width, shoulders down, curl, rotate as you press to the corner, come back in. Curl, rotate. You don't have to go very far. Curl, you can rotate right here. If you need to keep the feet flat, you can, but we have to be nice to our knees. Last one. Good. Going back for our squat to deadlift. So again, 1 dumbbell or 2, deadlift, curl it up, squat it down. So if I turn, deadlift, hips go back, but I fold forwards, bring it up, sit down into a chair. So even if you're shallow, good, last one, bring it up. Going for our curl to rotational press. 2, 1, good. Hand to the shoulder, rotate, bring it back down. So a little soft bend in the knee, brace our core. So this is core work, standing core work, not going to the floor. Good, so belly in. Last one. Good. Going back, last round. I'm really wishing I had a second 15-pound right now. All right, deadlift. Forward fold, hands to shoulders, squat it down. If you don't want to bring your hands to your shoulders, go ahead and keep the weights right by your side. Pick up your suitcase. Good, last one. I'm gonna finish up, but your time is done. All right, squat, 2, rotation, overhead press. Or not squat, curl, curl. Good rotation. So hand to shoulder. I keep my palm facing in, rotate from the hip all the way down to the toe. When you rotate, squeeze your cheek. It's gonna help get you a little stronger and keep your body, last one, in a good position. All right, bring it in, weights down, grab a drink if you need it. I don't know about anybody else, I'm kind of liking this workout already. We're gonna do a side lunge, reverse grip rows. That's it, no extras. Side lunge, reverse grip rows. Grab weights if you want. In 3, 2, and 1. So your side lunge, option 1, is right here. Feet are flat, we don't step. We just go side to side. The foot, this leg, we sit back into our hips, so we don't push the knees out. We sit into our hips like we want to put a weight down on the floor right by our ankle. Last one. Good. Reverse grip rows. That means palms are facing forwards. Pull right to your pelvis. So you're going to be pulling and feeling this a little bit lower in your back. So this is a little bit more mid-back, kind of on the lower end, lower part of our ribs. This is where a heart rate monitor would sit. Good, last one. Bring it up. Side lunges right here. If you'd like as an option, you can add in side stepping. Here we go, take it down, push off, bring it up nice and tall. Chest is up, but we are gonna fold forwards. We just don't wanna bend over and stress that low back or take our head below our heart. So good reach. Bring it up, reverse grip, rows. So shoulders down and back, brace your core, palms facing forwards. Good row. Your hands, or I should say the end of your dumbbell should be coming right to your pelvis. So we shouldn't be getting that arm really high. The dumbbell is stopped by your pelvis. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Going for round number 3. So shoulders down and back, side lunge, here we go. And it's okay if you don't go very deep. Each time you do this, try to sit back a little bit deeper, stretch that inner thigh a little bit more. 3, 2, and 1. Good, reverse grip. So check your body position, little bit of a tail feather tuck, forward fold. We just shouldn't feel like our back is completely rounded, but we don't want to stick our bums out either. Little bit of a tuck. Again, standing core. Brace our core when we do upper body work here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're on to our last round. Once we do this one, we're halfway through. 2, and 1. We'll have one more set standing, and then 2 sets on the floor, 2 circuits. But if you need to stay up for either of those circuits, you can. A little challenging, a little different, but doable. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse grip rows, last time. When we do our reverse grip rows, sometimes we just curl and rotate from the forearms. We want to rotate from the shoulders. So I want to see the front of your elbow, front of your bicep, and your palms. And it's okay if they're a little bit in, but we want to squeeze. 2, and 1. All right, bring it up, grab a drink. You are halfway through with your workout. Next standing, pulsing side leg lifts, tricep kickbacks. That's it. Find a wall to hold on to if you need to. I'm gonna bring it up nice and tall. Stand tall on this leg. Lead with the side of the foot, take it out to a high point and hold it at that high point. 20 seconds, your time is on. Something to consider, don't let your foot go forwards and don't let your toe turn out to the corner. If you do, you're working your hip flexors. We almost want to bring it a little bit back, so we're getting a little bit of side glute right here. Good, bring it in. Going for tricep kickbacks. If you have happy, healthy shoulders, you can do an overhead extension. Good, so option 1, right here, kick it back. Option 2, you can do a standing overhead extension. I'm just kneeling so everyone can see what my hands are doing. Right here, notice my elbows are not out to the side. They're pointing towards the front. Good, last one. Bring it up. Going for our pulsing side leg lift. I'm choosing to stay on the same leg. You can switch. Here we go, time's on, so good pulse right here. There's nothing wrong with holding on because I want you to focus on this. So balance is secondary on this one. I want you to pulse right here because if you spend all of your time trying to hold your balance, you miss out on some of the exercise. Good, bring it in. Going for our tricep kickbacks or our overhead extension. Good, bring it up, kick it back, bring it in. Try to hold that weight in the back just for that 1 second hold. Don't let it drop. We want to get that good squeeze on the back of the arm. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, going for our pulsing lift. We're gonna do other side. Good, lift and lift. And I want you to find a high point versus pulsing here. The higher you go, the more you're lifting against gravity, the more this hip is gonna have to work. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, tricep kickbacks. I'm gonna go much lighter and do a palms forwards kickback. So just like we did palms forward for our rows, I'm gonna do a palms forward for my kickbacks. Last time I started doing these is when my elbows decided to start flipping me off. So I'm going much lighter and giving it a shot, changing things up a little bit. Good kick. Last one. All right, pulsing lift. 3, 2, and 1. So I'm doing a soft knee here, sitting back into a mini squat. Definitely feeling this here and a little bit in my low back, kind of in my QL, right where it attaches at my hip. Bring it lower if you need to, but try to hold that higher pulse. Good, bring it in. Tricep kickbacks, last time. 2, and 1. So good kickback. Find a hand position that feels good. If you want to try a different hand position, lighten the load. Change the weights. Let your body adapt to the new position before going heavier. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Grab a quick drink. We're going to set up to head down to the floor. Yes, you can stay up. We are going to do half kneeling wood choppers. So 1 foot in front of the other. And then we're going to do a full kneeling drive the bus. Drive the bus. Then our second set, second circuit, is going to be reverse clamshells. And then we're going to do push-ups with a dumbbell drag. And you are welcome to do a chest press if that is your preference. So half kneeling wood chops. If you're going to stay standing, try to be in a lunge position as you do this. So nice and tall. Grab weights for this if you can. You don't have to, but it's good to add a little resistance. Half kneeling. Tuck your tail, squeeze your glute. Just like when we stretch, grab your seat belt, take it up to your shoulder. 20 seconds, your time is on. So you can keep it small. and just go hip to shoulder. You can make it bigger by taking your arms bigger. You decide. Lower body is pretty steady. Remember, we're tucking and we're squeezing. Good reach. 2 and 1. Bring it in. This is one where a lighter weight is your friend. Full kneeling, tuck and squeeze. Take it out. Drive the bus 4 times. Bring it in. Bring it back into your chest. Take it out. 3, 2, 1. If your body is okay with it, hips to heels, bring it up. Take it out for 4 drives. Good. Last one. Bring it in. Going back for our half kneeling wood chopper. And again, you can stay up. Lunge position, here we go. So good reach. So we're nice and tall, holding that kneeling or that lunge position. How big you make the movement is between you and your spine. You are welcome to keep it super tiny. Your comfort level. Good, bring it in. Drive the bus. Can you do this standing? Yes. I want you to try this in a tandem or semi-tandem. Take it out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Out. So on this one, if you're standing, the closer in your feet are, the more challenging this will be for your core. Good. Bring it in. Half kneeling wood chopper. I'm switching sides, going to my other leg. Remember, half kneeling. Tuck, squeeze, protect your low back, take it down, bring it up. So start small, hip to shoulder. It does not have to be this massive movement. Making it bigger just makes it a little bit more challenging. But if you have osteoporosis or osteopenia in your spine, good. Last one. This is one to consider, keeping it small. Whoop. And here I am falling over on my knees. Tuck it under, squeeze at the chest, out. 4, 3, 2, 1, bring it in. What tends to happen, you may notice, arms go out and you lean. Don't let yourself lean, tuck it in. You can take it out a smaller movement. You don't have to take it all the way out. Option, down, up. Good, bring it in. Going for our wood choppers, half kneeling, big or small. Good, tuck the glutes, squeeze it, hip to your shoulder. You can make it bigger. You can absolutely do this without a weight if you prefer. Just think about big motion, nice and controlled, reaching up towards the ceiling, and then up and back. Good, bring it in. Kneeling, drive the bus. Can you stay half kneeling? Sure. So tuck and squeeze, take it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, bring it in. So you need to take it down, bring it up. We're adding a little bit of a glute bridge type movement here. Down, up. Depends on your knees. They may not be okay with this. Good, bring it down. Weights down. Definitely gonna be feeling my shoulders tomorrow, so I'll remember on Thursday, no shoulders. I'll remember on Thursday, no shoulders. Or at least no front shoulders. All right, we are gonna come down for reverse clamshells and push-ups with a dumbbell drag. If you wanna just do chest presses because you're like, my shoulders are done, that is great. Go ahead and do that. If you're standing and you wanna do reverse clamshells, you're gonna do a standing or sitting, rotate your hip, and you're going to either do an inner thigh lift or, what is the other one I was gonna have you do? I would just try an inner thigh lift right here. You can hold it. Just think about kicking the soccer ball towards the midline of your body. Otherwise, we're gonna come down onto the floor. Oh, you can do your hip circles like we do in the warm-up. That's what I was gonna do. Stack your hips, stack your knees. This one's a little goofy to get used to. Knee is gonna stay glued. You're gonna rotate the hip in Like you're trying to get the top of your thigh to point towards the floor. Bring it back down again. 20 seconds, your time is on. So we're just resting. Rotate in, down. So your hip to your knee stays glued to your other leg. It doesn't lift or do anything else. We're rotating, so when we do that, because our lower leg is attached to our knee, it's gonna lift. Good, let's bring it over. Plank, bird dog, we're gonna do a push-up with a dumbbell drag, or just do push-ups, that's okay too. Good, so we're gonna take it down. Push up, bring it up, reach across, drag the dumbbell over. Push up, bring it up, drag the dumbbell over. You are welcome to do just a chest press. If you want to hold a dead bug for extra core, you can. Good. Back onto our side, going for our clamshell, our reverse clamshell. So on your side, here we go. We just rotate in and back down. Rotate. It's okay if your rotation is really small. If you put your hand on your hip, put a little pressure on there, you will very likely feel your thigh moving. You will feel the head of your femur moving over. Good, bring it up. Dumbbell, drag, push-ups, chest presses. You have lots of options. Here we go. Good push-up, down and up. Pull the dumbbell over. Remember to brace your core. Again, this is core work without doing a bunch of crunches. We're also getting some triceps in here, which is awesome. Good. All right. Clamshells, other side. So stack your hips, stack your knees, rotate, bring it in. So again, you can put your hands right on the kind of the top of your thigh. So not on the top of your pelvis, but right where your thigh attaches to your hips. You will feel movement. Last one. Good. Bring it in. Going for your push-ups with your dumbbell drag or just a nice good chest press right here. I'm choosing to do chest press with a dead bug hold. So this is a little bit of core. If you're going heavy on your weights, I encourage you to keep your feet flat on the floor. But if you're going a little bit lighter, want to get a little core, right here. Good, bring it in. Going for our last round, last set, last 2 exercises for today's workout. Good stack. Here we go, just a good internal rotation. Again, hip to knee stays glued to the other thigh. So when we rotate and try to get the hip all the way down to the knee to point to the floor, that lower leg is gonna lift. It's just along for the ride. Good, last one. Bringing it in. Last set of chest, last set of chest. Yep, that too. Last set of chest. Here we go. Nice thing about, the bad thing about 20 seconds is it's kind of fast. The nice thing is it's kind of fast. So if you're doing push-ups, you only have to do a couple and your time is up. All right, bring it up. Sit back into child's pose, or if you happen to be on your back, just find a comfortable position. So go ahead and when you're ready, flip over into child's pose. If you're staying upright and you don't want to come to the floor, you can just kind of sit in a chair in a comfortable position. And you can fold forwards and you can reach your arms to the floor. Just maybe don't take your head below your heart right now, especially if your heart rate and breathing are still pretty elevated. Let's bring it up. We're going to take our knees a little bit wider and we're going to have our toes together. So we're going to be kind of in a frog. You can tuck your toes under and sit your hips back towards your heels. So we're kind of in a frog position. See a frog statue. Left hand is going to be by your left knee. We just don't want it way far out. Brace our core, hips stay close to the heels. Right hand, we're just going to take it lightly behind the ear. Left hand, we push the floor away, and we're going to take right elbow to left elbow, and then we're going to open the right elbow towards the ceiling. So this is really, think about your shoulder doing the rotating. So we're going to take it down, bring it up, and it's okay if you don't go very far. Down and up. Good. Bring it in, switching sides. Right hand kind of by your right knee. Again, push that floor away to pull that shoulder down. Hand lightly behind the ear. We're going to rotate elbow to elbow. Then we're going to rotate and open back behind you. So stabilize your lower body by keeping your hips kind of by your heels. So we want to open that shoulder, little torso rotation. Good. Bring it into the center. We're just going to come to hands and knees for a cat-cow. So inhale, exhale. Good. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Now I want you to find somewhere in the middle. So we're holding a nice good core. And now we're going to kind of do a side-to-side butt shimmy. Side-to-side butt shimmy. So we're almost thinking of bringing our right hip kind of towards our right ribs, then left hip to left rib. So we're kind of just going a little bit side to side. Two, one, good. Bring it in. We're going to sit back. We're going to roll the shoulders just for a moment. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Circle your wrists. Give them a break. Go the other direction. Gonna come up to half kneeling again, so put something under that back knee if you need it. We're gonna tuck, we're gonna squeeze. We're gonna take hands on the hips if you'd like, and we're going to bump our hips to the wall on either side of us. So we're walking down a hallway, keeping our tuck, keeping our squeeze, bumping our hips side to side. 2, 1, good. Keep it in. Nice, good tuck and squeeze. Reach corner to corner. Good. 2, 1. Bring it in the center. Front leg. We're going to open it just a little bit to the corner. This hip is still pointing forwards. We're going to push the knee out. Bring it back in. Don't feel you have to open it really big. I want this one to start small. We're going to do 4, and then we're going to try to open it a little bit farther. And do 4 more. Good. All right, if you can, try to open it a little bit more, even if it's only an inch. And instead of going to the corner, a little bit more out to the side. Now your knees may or may not like this. You can come to standing and do the same thing. It's going to be kind of an odd little warrior type pose if you've ever done yoga. Good. Bring it in. Switching sides. So tuck your tail, squeeze your glutes. And again, narrow hallway, bump your hips. The hard part is keeping that tuck and that squeeze, because you start to kind of want to sit your hips back to make the motion bigger. You don't need to. 2, 1, good. All right, nice and tall. Corner to corner reach. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Again, open it out to the corner. Doesn't have to be a big corner. This hip is forward. This knee is out. We're going to go out and bring it in. So you may feel a little stretch kind of in the groin area, a little bit to the front, and maybe a little bit of ankle work. Good. Bring it in. If you can, open it a little bit more. If you can open out, great. But again, hip is here. Push it out to the side and back in. Your range of motion is different than mine. As long as you get a feeling that's good and not bad, that's what we want. I'm going to do one more just because this one's really tight today. Good. Bring it in. Bring the foot in front. Pull it back. Come to standing. If you need to stay sitting for a moment, please do. Hands to shoulders. Walk it back. Give yourself a nice good pat on the back for class today. Good, bring it down. One hand reaches for the other, basket weave, or one hand grabs the other. Pull the shoulders down and back, lengthen your elbows. When you can get your elbows pretty straight, then we can start to slightly lift, stretching the chest and the biceps without shrugging the shoulders up to your ears. Pull them down. 4, 3, 2, bring it down. Shoulders down and back, ear to shoulder, hold it. We're gonna turn and look at the armpit, then turn and look to the ceiling. Turn and look down, and then turn and look up. Release, bring it up, ear to shoulder, other side, shoulders are level. Turn and look down, turn and look up, down, and up. Good, 2 more. Looking down, looking up. Last one, down and up. Release, bring it up in the center. Look to the right, look to the left. Good, bring it in the center, big breath in, spread those fingers, lift up on your tippy toes. Exhale, thumb to index, middle ring and pinky. One more time, big breath in. Exhale, and you are all done.